You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Monday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
Did you watch any of the NFL draft this weekend?
No, the Pittsburgh Steelers got screwed in the first round, had their draft pick on the phone, got them stolen by the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And I watched the rest of the draft via Score app notifications.
I felt so bad for that Diego Pavia guy. If you don't know, he was like one of the runner-up for the Heisman, which is like the best college football player. Did not get drafted.
Crazy to be like, we think you're one of the best players in all of college football, but we don't think you could fit in the NFL.
One thing, I was feeling really bad for the guy, but I was also wondering, what is he going to do with all those hats?
All his hats?
Well, if you watch the NFL draft, any player who thinks they're going to get drafted, they always show them at home wherever they are, and they have all the team's hats just sitting there.
Right, because the players that are in the building, they go up on stage, they get a hat, they put it on, but the ones that can't make it, that are there by satellite, they have to have the full selection, so when they get drafted, they can do the symbolic hat thing.
I saw him post on his Instagram on day 2 of the draft that he was still waiting with all the hats sitting on the table.
Damn.
And now that he didn't get picked, do you keep those hats or?
Well, does the NFL want them back? Does the NFL be like, hey man, sorry you didn't get drafted. Can you throw those in a box and ship them back to us?
Actually, that's the other thing I'm wondering. Does the NFL ship them to them, or do they have to go out and spend $30-$40 on a hat just to put them on the table?
Cannot imagine going to especially Heisman nominated football player and be like, all right, listen, good chance you get drafted this weekend. Gonna need you to go buy 30 hats and put them on the table.
Well, they're $30 each.
Yeah,
too. That's
man.
a lot of money, man.
That's a $900 investment that ends up not paying off for this guy.
You can't keep those.
No, oh my God. Wait, would you hang them on the wall as a reminder of when life got really dark?
Becomes less of a dream come true, you know? Yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to wear a hat. Never mind, not even just an NFL hat. I would probably be hat-free for a good period of time.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that movie trope where a kid's opening their college acceptance letters and the parents have the congratulation cake behind them.
Everyone's all gathered around oh my God, he's going to go to Stanford.
Keeping those hats is the equivalent of rejection letters at that point, is it not?
And hanging all throughout your house. Every time you look in a mirror, you see the team that didn't draft
It's like the equivalent of having a buddy who still wears a work shirt from the place he got fired, you know?
Jeff, you could probably take that off now.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I would like to give a massive round of applause to the Carolina Hurricanes.
Of course.
For bringing out the brooms this weekend.
Here we go.
And sweeping the Ottawa Senators there.
I mean, is this really necessary?
It is totally necessary. I think I'm allowed to celebrate this. Everybody always gets to celebrate when the Leafs fail.
Yeah, you sounded a little petty right now, though.
I don't think this is petty. I think this is, what is that fancy word? This is a little bit of schadenfreude. Am I saying that right?
Yeah. The feeling when you take pleasure in somebody else's suffering.
Well, all these Sens fans talking a lot of ish before the series, even during the series. And like I said, whenever the Leafs fail, everybody likes to talk about it. Everybody likes to make jokes. I can't do the same.
Haven't you heard the phrase, 2 wrongs don't make a right?
Well,
just because they're being petty to you doesn't mean you take the high road.
That only works on kindergartners.
Well, I mean, listen, if you're talking about what's good for the goose, good for the gander, I mean, I have a little bit of schadenfreude. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Pull your toque up a little bit. Let me see your hairline.
Whoa!
After all your bald jokes about me over the last 10 years.
Whoa.
I mean, isn't it the same thing?
Okay.
Isn't it the same thing?
Okay, I see. All right. That was a huge shot fired, but
making me defend Senators fans. I don't want to be in this position, but you're being petty.
Okay, so you're the Leafs fan in this situation then?
Yeah. You made fun of my bald head for however long, and now I'm just happen to say you're a little more addicted to your hats than usual.
You know what? I'll agree with you on that. Because I think as terrible it is to prey on someone's downfall,
sure,
you got to admit it does feel good sometimes.
It is human nature. It is human nature to see stuff happen to people that you don't care for. You know, it's a great example, and this is actually something that happened to the two of us. We both worked for a boss who was an absolute monster of a human
And we got
being.
to watch him get fired.
He was so awful to work for. He was rude. He was mean. He was condescending. And then one day, Brock and I are standing out in front of the building that we used to work in, having a cigarette, and he got walked out by security. And I still think about that some days.
That is the greatest schadenfreude I've ever experienced. And then second goes watching the Ottawa Senators get eliminated this past weekend.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is John, and I think the best schadenfreude has to be when you have a reckless driver behind you, tailgating you, speeding up, and, well, just being a jackass. Typically, they drive a big old Dodge Ram of some sort. But anyway, once they fly by you and they end up pulled over somewhere down the road, it's usually a pretty entertaining feeling.
That is so satisfying.
It's so nice. Like, honestly, you cheer for the police officer when you see the lights come on, like they're your favorite sports team. They're like, oh, he got him! He got him!
The only time you're happy to see cop lights on the highway, you know?
Yeah, is when some jackass goes speeding by you first.
We got a lot of examples of schadenfreude that people enjoy in their lives. We got a text in here at 762-555. It says, when you see the hot, popular girl who bullied me in high school has now got a wider ass than I do.
Yeah, there are definitely, and I'm not naming names or anything, but I will say there's some people that I see that are still back in my old hometown that used to walk around real head up, nose up. And I'm like, how you doing now?
Yeah.
How are things going now?
Justin said when good-looking rich people have ugly kids.
That's just mean.
And then, you know what? I'm surprised we didn't think about this when we initially started talking about it. When you find out that the person that cheated on you got cheated on.
Yo, there's just a special place of happiness when you see that happen. Because, like, again, that is such an awful thing to be cheated on, to have somebody step out in a relationship. You would never wish that on anyone except the person who already did it to somebody else. You're like, now you know how it feels.
Karma, baby. We do got Eric on the line. Eric, what do you think is a great example of schadenfreude in your opinion?
Oh, well, like when you're golfing with you and your best friend and you're neck and neck, you've been training real hard together, you know, and you both hope that you do really well. But then he misses that 3-foot putt, and inside you're just like, yes, gotcha.
Yeah, and you always got to be like, oh, I thought you had that one too.
Yeah. Oh, you know, the line was good, but then, you know, it just kicked off right at the end. But inside you're just like, ha-ha.
Wait, hang on. Don't lie to this man who's had the decency to call you have made fun of me for that. There's no, I thought you had that one.
Yeah, but that's because you suck at golf. I'm not worried about you beating me. I feel like when you're golfing, you almost got to keep someone that's bad around at golf to make yourself feel better.
Yeah, just keep your spirits up.
Everybody's got to have that one duster friend that just makes you feel like no matter how things are going, I'm doing better.
You always play better golf when someone's having a worse time, you know?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Of course, we're all aware of what happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. There was a shooting there. Everyone was safe. No one was injured. They did arrest the guy. A lot of people coming up with conspiracy theories and whatnot now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, it's just such a crazy moment in history, although we are getting more and more of those more frequently. But it's easy to start trying to imagine stories.
I will say, and I hate to say funny, but I did see one kind of funny situation coming from this. And I know that's terrible phrasing there, but did you see the lady who was like stealing all the wine bottles?
Yeah. And I saw people immediately trying to justify she's not stealing. It was $350 a plate to get in there. She was taking what she paid for.
Like, there was just a shooting. There was this whole scary, like, kerfuffle there. And then this lady's immediate thought was, like, grab the wine.
There's different priorities for different people, right? There's people diving on the floor trying to get under the table. Security's rushing the VIPs out the door. And she was like, well, if we're all leaving.
I mean, at the same point, though, I kind of understand if there's any time to have a drink.
Honestly,
like, if
yeah.
you just went through that.
Even I saw there was one other guy that like showed up in the background of some footage. Like, again, very expensive meal. There was another guy who just kept eating. Like, he was still eating his appetizer.
I understand. That's one of my nervous traits, too. When I get scared, when I get awkward, when I get nervous, I start eating. So I get that.
And then I go for the wine.
Yeah.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Dire Straits with Money for Nothing. Hey, good morning. My name is Brock.
I'm Dolby. I love when the internet gives me a question that scratches my brain a little bit, like makes you think about it. I just was scrolling on the weekend and saw this question. Who is the first person you think of when you think of Canada? Like, who is the Canadian?
I feel like I just say Wayne Gretzky. It's stereotypical to go with a hockey player, but
I feel like that's where a lot of people go. My first was Gordie Howe, was right off the bat.
I
And
feel like I
then
should have said Gord Downey.
Gord Downey is definitely one. Can I say I was actually kind of proud of myself that one of my first thoughts was James Naismith, the
Okay.
basketball guy?
Yeah.
Still in sports, but not the sport everybody thinks about.
It's interesting if you ask Canadians that question versus if you ask people outside of our country.
Oh, very different answers. Like, I was looking at people answering the question, and a lot of people were saying like Ryan Reynolds and stuff
course,
like that.
yeah.
I was happy to see a number of people saying John Candy, which that just made my heart. That's
I always
Canada.
forget that he's Canadian for some reason.
I mean, you go down that road, right? Like, not to put Ryan Reynolds and John Candy on the same list, but Ryan Reynolds, John Candy, go to Mike Myers, go
Yeah.
to like all those great Canadian funny people.
Now we can sit here and do who's the first Canadian that comes to mind,
Yeah.
but it'd be more interesting to go like province by province.
Oh, maybe this like revokes my passport or whatever, but like, I don't know that I know a famous Canadian from every province.
Well, let's try. I mean,
Okay.
Ontario, I hate to say it, but like the most famous one, I'd say Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I was going to say, honestly, either Rob or Doug Ford, I think, would come to mind for most people when you think Ontario
valid. Quebec?
Is it Trudeau?
I was going to say Celine Dion, to be honest.
Celine Dion's
You're
a
hooked
better-
on politics.
Celine Dion's a better answer. Let's go with that one.
Okay, moving towards the Maritimes, Nova Scotia.
Oh, see, this is the Maritimes is where it falls apart for me because growing up out west and up north, they're all just one landmass to me.
Trailer Park Boys, though.
Oh, yes, absolutely the Trailer Park Boys.
PEI, Anne of Green Gables.
That's probably it's that or a potato. I'm sorry to say.
I don't know anybody from New Brunswick, to be honest with you.
I can't, New Brunswick is a full blank for me. I have no idea.
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland, honestly, might just be you.
Me? What about Alan Doyle?
Okay, yeah, we could probably.
You got to go with the
Alan
Great Big
Doyle.
C on that one. Moving out west, Manitoba, Jonathan Taves.
Oh no, Manitoba for me, and again, it's wrestling. It would be like Chris Jericho.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Chris
He's Canadian, too.
Kenny Omega is from Winnipeg.
Saskatchewan?
Oh, probably, and this is dumb, but what was that guy who owned the gas station? Dick Osman?
Oh, yeah.
Who had the big scandal of his license plate because it was spelled ass man?
I was going to say Mark McMorris.
Oh, the snowboarder. Yeah.
What about Alberta? Why am I struggling on Alberta?
Am I allowed to say Chris Benoit?
Oh,
wait, no, Bret Hart.
Bret Hart. Yeah, Bret Hart. Way better wrestler pick. BC's got to be Ryan Reynolds.
That's where I land on is definitely Ryan Reynolds.
And then, like, I hate to skip over the territories, but I don't know.
Could you even do it if you combined all three into one?
You for the Northwest territories? Yes.
No, but Jordan Tutu at the very least.
Is he from the territories?
Yeah, man, he played in the NHL. He used to come to Hay River and beat up all my classmates in hockey.
That's one of the three territories.
Hey, there you go. We'll count it as all three, and that's fine. We're used to that up there.
The Brock and Dolby Podcast.
So we asked the question today, which Canadian is the first person you think of when you think of Canada? And then you had the idea of like, could we do this province by province? But I almost want to try one of our wavelength tests, the thing we do to see if the generation gap between us is bigger than we know, and go international with it.
Like country by country.
Do country by country. So we already answered the question of like, who's the Canadian you think of? When you think of America, who's the first person?
I
you
mean, I
think
guess just because of right now, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump would be up there. I was thinking Bruce Springsteen, which I think is just that's my age.
Because of Born in the USA.
Born in the USA, blue jeans and hardworking blue collar man.
That's
you
a
know?
good answer.
Feels like that's the America that was great.
Yeah, sure.
What about Italy?
Italy?
Yeah.
I don't know, like Da Vinci?
Da Vinci's a good answer.
Michelangelo?
It's better than mine. I'm not going to lie. First thing I thought of, Mario
Mario?
from Super Mario.
Dude, that's a shame bell. That's a shame bell for sure.
Okay, Mexico. Who's the first Mexican you think of?
Santana.
Oh, Carlos Santana. I went wrestling again. I went Mil Mascaras.
I have no idea who that is, but I believe that it's a Mexican lucha wrestler.
Major lucha wrestler who is also like went into films and stuff like that. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay.
Let's go Australia.
I mean, I don't have a good answer. I was just going to say Crocodile Dundee.
Okay, now you shame
Yeah.
yourself on that
Is
one.
he even actually Australian?
I have no idea. I went Hugh Jackman.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, way better answer, yeah.
Russia.
Ooh, I'm just going hockey, Ovechkin.
Sergei Fedorov.
Yeah.
It feels weird because, like, I don't want to say Vladimir Putin, but that's probably also the answer.
the other one, yeah.
Brit. Who's the British?
I guess just the Queen.
The Queen? Boring. I went Elton John.
Elton John, yeah.
Elton John's sick, man.
Yeah. Over the Queen, though?
He's a better queen, in my opinion.
Valid point.
One more. Let's do Germany. Can you say? Wait, no, that dude's Austrian. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we don't. But now my mind is blank.
Rammstein?
Rammstein, probably a better answer. I was thinking the bad guy from Die Hard, Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber is good.
You go ahead and shame bell me for another fictional character.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You know those BuzzFeed quizzes that are so much fun? Yeah, that's not what this is. It's the quiz with Brock and Dalby.
You know, last month everyone was focused on their bracket for March Madness, but we're focused on brackets today because we are doing the parentheses quiz. I'm going to give Dalby a song from a band, and you got to fill in the brackets there.
They don't call him the king of the segue for nothing, folks.
All right, so it makes sense what we're doing here?
Yeah. Song titles usually have some random words in brackets here and there. They almost never make sense, but sometimes they're just a continuation of the lyric. You're giving me the out of the bracket part of the title.
Yes.
I have to fill in the blanks.
So first one, I would say the Rolling Stones' Satisfaction. What is the brackets?
I can't get no.
Correct.
Yeah.
1 for 1 here.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, when I say Blue Oyster Cult with the Reaper.
Us don't fear the. Or well, don't fear.
There's no the, but we'll count it. We'll count it. All right, next one here. The Proclaimers, I'm Gonna Be.
Oh. It's 500 miles, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, people always think it's I Would Walk or something like that.
Just 500 miles.
I'm gonna be.
All right, 3 for 3 here.
Whew, okay.
We're already at 500, so that's good.
Everything's gravy, folks.
Okay, next one here. When I say U2 Pride.
Oh, in the name of. Oh, in the name of love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give it to you. We'll give it to you. All right, 2 more here.
If you're going to bring up U2, you have to give it to me.
When I say Elton John Rocket Man.
Oh, no.
It's a long one. There's no business this being the parentheses of the song.
No, it's a weird one. I don't know it. For the sake of moving the bit along, I will not pretend that I might get it.
I think it's going to be a long
That's
time.
Right. I think it's going to be. Yeah, all right.
And finally, when I say Aerosmith Dude.
Is it looks like a lady?
That is correct.
Oh, okay.
Which, for anyone, if you did not know, the title of the song is not Dude Looks Like a Lady.
Right, it's Dude.
It's just technically Dude.
Yeah, if you were to refer to it, it is a one-word title.
If you ever call into the radio station and you want to hear that song, if you say Dude Looks Like a Lady, I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, unless you say Dude, brackets, looks like a lady.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just say Dude.
Top 5 Aerosmith songs of all time, Dude has got to be on the list.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You can bet on anything now. You don't just have to focus on sports betting, like all the ads during the NHL playoffs.
Yeah.
You're familiar with Polymarket, Kalshi, those prediction markets?
I keep seeing this stuff, and it's like you can gamble on just about anything in the world on this website.
So basically what it is instead of betting against the house, betting against the website for a sports team to win or an athlete to hit a certain milestone or whatever it might be, you're betting against other people. The idea is that, maybe I go on and I say that I think so-and-so is going to win an election. And then you would log in and you would see that bet being available. And you'd be like, I don't think that's true. And then hundreds of other people do. And then they pay out basically you're paying me or I'm paying you.
Yeah.
Someone has figured out how to game the system. In Paris, one bet that apparently gets made all the time is on what the high temperature for the day will be.
People are gambling on the weather now.
People are gambling on the weather, and people are Pete Rosing the weather gambling.
How are they doing that?
So somebody was found at the beginning of April to have made a bet that the temperature would hit 22 degrees. It was like 6 degrees off at peak. And then all of a sudden it spiked 6 degrees in like 12 minutes and paid out that bet. That same person, that same user made the same bet 2 weeks later. And again, a sudden spike in temperature resulted in them, between the two bets, they made almost $50,000 Canadian.
So they think this guy's altering the weather?
So as it turns out, the sensor that this bet uses is on the outside perimeter of the Paris airport, the Charles de Gaulle airport.
Okay.
And is accessible by the public. And they suspect now that this guy went there with a battery-operated hairdryer and just pointed it at the weather sensor until the weather website said, "Oh, man, it must be 22 degrees outside."
How much money did this guy make?
Almost 50K Canadian.
No way.
Yeah, he made 30,000 euros between his two bets and disappeared into the night.
Low-key, a genius.
I mean, honestly, if he gets caught, obviously there's going to be some theoretical repercussions. Although even then, who's to say? Is that against the rules on the website? There's probably nothing in the terms and conditions that says you're not allowed to go and point a hairdryer at a weather sensor to win money.
It is crazy that gambling, like if you wanted to try and rig something, you had to get the mob to get inside a player's head. You had to destroy a player's values.
Yeah.
To somehow like shift the game.
Now you just need to find somebody who's bored at work that can hook you up.
Or you just need a hairdryer.
Or you just need a hairdryer from Walmart for like $6 to make $50K.
I kind of respect it.
I know that we should be like the moral high ground and we shouldn't be like, yeah, this is great, but I'm with you, brother. That's fantastic.
Dude, I want to go by a kid's school and like pour water on the sidewalk in the middle of winter and see if I can start gambling on the over-under of how many kids are going to slip.
Someone will take that bet for sure.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
If you are a cat lover and maybe you've ever thought, man, I wish I could lick my cat, have I got an invention for you?
Yeah, it's called an insane asylum.
There's a company called Licky Brush, and they have invented a silicone tongue attachment so kitten owners can feel closer to their pets.
Absolutely not.
If you look at my screen here, you can see it's kind of, it's just like one of those brushes that you'd get for your dog or your cat to, you know, groom them, get the hair out, get the knots out, whatever.
Yeah, except you hold it in your mouth like a weirdo.
And you literally get to lick your cat. Now, the justification is they claim that to cats, the licking is a sign of social bonding. So they say if you want to get closer to your cat, this is the best way to do it.
If you want to get that close to your cat, you probably shouldn't be allowed to own a cat. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This is unhinged behavior from people buying this product.
I will say, though, if you're having trouble with people like leaving the party, you want to call the night an end, bust this thing out, you're not going to have a hard time getting anyone out of the house.
To be clear, you're saying use it on the cat and not the guests, right?
Depending on what you want to do.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We were playing Fast and Furious this week, where we were asking you to do car impressions.
Yeah.
And
it's probably the noise you've made the most in your lifetime. Like, it's one of the first noises you learn to make as a child.
We are asking you to give us your best burnout impression here. Best burnout wins $100 in Lotto Max tickets this morning.
Makes me think of Razor Ramon's old entrance music from back in the day.
Yeah, totally. If you are not one of our burnouts, I guess, this morning, that does make you a judge. 762-555. Who has the best burnout? Let us know.
All right, let's see what they got.
First one in here, we do have Ed from the county.
Oh.
Hey, here we go.
He caught it there at the end.
I was going to say, if they need anybody for like a new exorcist to do any sound effects, Ed might be the guy. That sounded more like possession to me.
There's a very fine line between burnout sound and horror movie monster, and I think we're going to watch people sort of walk back and forth here.
All right, we got Luke here. Horror movie scream again.
That's the Banshee.
Yeah. Okay. All right. More horror movie stuff. Let's see if anyone can nail the burnout. Okay.
That's good.
Okay. That's our first real burnout.
That's got that sound. Like, you can tell that car is just on the verge of being out of control.
Okay, we'll do two more here. We got Brent.
Hey, it's Risto. Here's my impression of a burnout.
Bang! Oh no!
Brother, if your car starts, you shouldn't be doing burnouts in it. It's barely hanging on.
Why was it like white boy 90s, like wiggy wiggy wiggy? Like that is that not the vibe that am I the only one? Okay, one more here. We got Justin.
Smash!
Okay, another crash.
That doesn't sound like you're doing a burnout. That sounds like you were going too fast and the brakes didn't catch.
The most accurate car noise was the car honking in the background.
Smash!
You think that was his car? Do you think he was acting it out while he was recording?
I think there's only one clear winner here, and it's the one guy who didn't leave his name, but
That one, honestly, it's funny I referenced it. That felt like the burnout at the beginning of Razor Ramon's theme music from the 90s.
all right, he gets the ding, the round of applause.
Nicely done.
The only time you want someone to call you a burnout because you're actually getting
The
something out of
Brock
it.
and Dalby Podcast.
All right, we all know who Babe Ruth is, right? Famous baseball player.
The Bambino!
Have you ever heard about Babe Ruth's diet?
I mean, I've never heard specifically what was in his diet. I have guesses based on seeing him.
Dude, Babe Ruth, absolutely wild what he would eat on a day-to-day basis. So let's start with breakfast here. Pint of bourbon mixed with ginger ale.
Hell yeah.
Steak, 4 eggs,
Damn.
fried potatoes, and a pot of coffee.
Sorry. Pot of coffee. Whole pot to himself.
Now, that's just breakfast. His afternoon snack consisted of 4 hot dogs and 4 Coca-Colas.
Afternoon snack is a 4x4?
Yeah.
Sick. Okay.
Early dinner, 2 porterhouse steaks,
That's his 3rd steak of the day.
2 heads of lettuce drenched in blue cheese, 2 full plates of cottage fried potatoes, and 2 apple pies.
I need to know how big. Like, are we talking like McDonald's little bar-sized apple pies? Or has Grandma got the full pie plate out?
I'm assuming full pie. I mean, if you're looking at everything else he's
At
eating,
this point, why would he skip?
are you really surprised?
He goes easy on desserts. Yeah.
Does have an evening snack of another 4 hot dogs and 4 Coca-Colas.
No, you can't be putting back 4 hot. Well, hang on. I'm about to say you can't be putting back 4 hot dogs twice a day. I never set any Major League Baseball records. Maybe this is what I'm missing.
And then he wraps it up with a late dinner of 2 more porterhouse steaks, 2 more heads of lettuce drenched in blue cheese, another 2 full plates of cottage fried potatoes, and 2 apple pies to cap off the night.
So let me ask you this. We have 2 absolute icons at what they do with very distinct diets. We've got Babe Ruth with his 5 steaks and 8 hot dogs a day. And then you've got The Rock eating a small lake full of fish every single day. Which one do you think is more sustainable?
I mean, Babe Ruth, easily the greatest baseball player of all time. He also lived to see 90 years old. So
That's the thing. It's like so many people die young, and you could look at like diet, drugs, all these other things and go, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. This man is starting the day with a pot of coffee and a pint of bourbon and following it up with all the meats.
You know, baseball fans are so focused on trying to get through the 999 challenge.
Yeah.
I think we got to make this a challenge, man.
Buddy, spend one day on the Babe Ruth diet. I don't think either of us could do it.
The great Carbino.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby Podcast.